Every dog has his day.
Okay, I'm reloaded!
Raiders, we a nation of raiders. It's a nation of raiders. We a nation of raiders. It's a nation of raiders. We a nation of raiders. It's a nation of raiders. We a nation of raiders. It's a nation of raiders. Welcome to a new day. Step up in the oracle. Silver and black, you know we so historic. Many backbreakers, many chain treasures. The other teams only wish they could measure.
Hello, I'm Gleise Jane and welcome to another edition of InBounds. I'm sitting in for Melinda Torgersen. Today I'm here with Usama Young, who was graduated from Kent State in 2006. He was born and raised in Washington, D.C., a graduate from Largo High School. Hello, Usama.
How you doing?
When you were in high school, you had jobs at RFK Stadium and FedEx Field. As a lemonade and cotton can vendor, what was the experience like back then?
It was a great experience. I got to work in the stadium that I grew up watching, the Washington Redskins, watching the likes of Deion Sanders and Darryl Green and so many guys that I looked up to, and I dreamed of playing on that field. And I worked, but I really wasn't working. I was watching the game, and during timeouts, I would sell lemonade.
In 2008, there was 60 seconds commercial about your childhood. What did you feel like when you saw that commercial?
It was funny because in 2008, that was my second year in the NFL. And I got to look back and somewhat reminisce of those times when I didn't work on the field. I worked up in the stands. So I looked in the stands and I just said, wow, this is a dream come true. I got to do the commercial with my dad, who I always looked up to, and it was amazing.
What was like playing football in Washington, D.C.?
Playing football in D.C., it's one of those cities that isn't known for football. Coming out of high school, I went to Maryland. I went to Largo High School in Maryland, and we had a lot of athletes, but we didn't get a lot of recognition. So I wasn't a heavily recruited guy. I didn't go to a huge school, but I went to Kent State University. We had some great players, and I had a great time there. And I was able to get drafted, pick 66. So I think it was a good decision.
You played 3 sports in high school: football, baseball, and track. How did you manage your time with sports and academics?
It was an obstacle. It was a challenge. I tried to put all effort into every one of them. I didn't try to limit one thing here, one thing here, one thing here. I tried to go all out in everything that I did, and that was one of the values that my parents taught me. They said that whatever you do, go all out at it. So I tried to be my best on the football field, the baseball field, the track, and of course in the classroom, because if I didn't do the classroom, I wouldn't be able to play.
What's the Usama Young Foundation?
The Usama Young Youth Foundation is a foundation that started about 5 years ago when I was doing a lot of community service. I was going out to schools, talking to kids. I was going out and feeding the homeless. I was trying to give back as much as possible. I was reading to kindergartners and first graders, and I said, you know what, these kids need some guidance. And I started it with my manager, Leilani Malin. She gave me some ideas, and we ran with it. We started doing after-school things. We started doing a free football camp in Maryland, in the D.C. area, and this is the 6th year coming up, and I'm excited for it. I feel like we're doing some great things, and we're going to continue to do them.
What's the Young's Youth season ticket program?
Young's Youth ticket program, it was a thing that I started in Cleveland. Ever since I got to the NFL, I saw some stadiums have different guys' names with their foundation on it, and the guys would purchase tickets for whoever. It might be youth, it might be anybody around the area, and I picked out youth. I said we're gonna grab a certain number of players or a certain number of students, and we're gonna buy them tickets throughout the season. So a lot of people don't get to come and see us play. They watch us on TV, they see us from afar, but they never get to step foot in the stadium. So I did that throughout the year in Cleveland, and I like to do something here with Oakland as well.
When you decided on college, why did you choose Kent State?
I chose Kent State because I love the coaching staff. The coaching staff came and visited my coach, Coach Pratt, and my head coach, Dean Pease. He's now the D coordinator in Baltimore. He told me early on that I had a lot of potential, and we were going to take that potential to as far as it can go. And potential could be nothing. You could go out and not make the most out of it, but he pushed me, constantly pushed me, and I did as much as I can. And now I'm playing against him every now and then. Every now and then I can see him, and he says, "Hey, I told you you were going to be something special." So I made a good move to go to Kent State. I had a great coaching staff. I had a lot of guys from around my area commit there. One of them is on my teammate now, Danny Muir. We played against each other in high school. We're roommates for a little bit in college, and now we're teammates here in Oakland.
How does it feel to be regarded as Kent State's top defensive product since the great Jack Lambert of the Pittsburgh Steelers?
It's truly amazing because, you know, coming up, guy born and raised in D.C., again, not a highly recruited high school athlete, and then to go to Kent State and start for 4 years, make numerous plays, get the chance to be a prospect like from the likes of Josh Cribbs, Jack Lambert. I mean, that's amazing to even mention my name with those. So I'm truly blessed, and I appreciate that. But I never compare myself to it. I'm trying to be my own man.
You were a semi-finalist for the dreaded trophy, which is the academic Heisman. What was that feeling like?
The Dratty Trophy in college, I didn't know what it was. I didn't know anything about it. So once I got nominated for it, I did the research and I said, wow, this is amazing. This is an amazing award. Hopefully I can get it. But it meant that I really put a lot of effort into my grades and on the field. I played at a high level, and I also got high grades. So to be honored with that award or a finalist for that award, it was amazing. And I really do have to give the thanks to God, give the thanks to my parents for instilling that mentality that education is more important than just playing the game.
How important was it to you to get your degree in health and physical education?
It was very important, very important. I'm from a family of educators. Even though my father didn't teach in a classroom, he taught all of his boys. He constantly pushed us to do the most, do as much as we can in the classroom. My mother constantly pushed us to read. She was a college professor, now a chancellor at IUPUI. So education was one of the first things that they said, hey, you're never going to get bored. You're too smart to be bored. So I really feel like my parents always pushed me to do that.
Can you share some wisdom or advice to your kids watching this interview?
Wisdom pertaining to what?
For the young that watching our show, let them know the importance of staying fit. Okay. And how's the advice you give?
Oh yeah, I have a lot of advice for the kids. Anyone watching, make sure you're working out, make sure you're eating right. You're not doing the fast foods, the McDonald's and all that. Make sure you start your day off with a good breakfast. That's the most important. That'll provide you with energy throughout the day, and you'll be able to perform in the classroom first. And then once you get out on the field, you'll have a lot to give there too. So make sure you eat that good breakfast, stay away from the fast foods, and stay fit, work out often.
Thank you, Mr. Young. We value your time and continued success. I'm Gleise Jane, reporting InBounds. Thanks so long. Thank you so much.